So I went to MoMA Museum at San Francisco and this is what I found. In the 1960s, many artists used their work to address the pressing social and political issues of the time and sought to break away from the emotionally expressive, highly subjective style of abstract paintings that had dominated the previous decade. We start with Roy Lichtenstein, and early comic book inspired paintings are emblematic of the pop era. The Figures with Sunset, 1978. This painting displays many of Lichtenstein's familiar motifs and techniques, including the appropriation, like a number of the artist's canvases from the late 1970s. It borrows surrealist imagery from works by painters such as Salvador Dali. Then we have San Francis with Untitled in 1978, a vibrant indigo grid highlighted with deep crimsons and golden yellow floats above a white ground in the Untitled. Francis began exploring matrices like the one found here in the early 1970s. Then we have this piece of work from San Francis. And then we have Andy Warhol with Joseph Beuys' Camouflage in 1986. Warhol asked to photograph German artist Joseph Beuys when they met at the opening of the 1979 exhibition of Warhol's work in Düsseldorf. The next piece of art is by Andy Warhol with Nine Marlins, 1979-1986. Warhol's first depiction of the actress Marilyn Monroe followed her death from a drug overdose in 1972 and were based on a publicity photo. Then we have some pieces of art like I found very interesting. They are actually photos from Corinne Bayonet, and this is when visiting the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy, Bayonet observed the tourists often stood in the same place and took the same picture. For the series photo opportunities she conducted online searches for famous monuments, gathered thousands of snapshots, and combined the appropriation of images to create layers. From Egypt, San Francisco, Agra, Beijing, and Paris. Then we have some photos of me at the museum. And then we're gonna look at these works of art, very interesting, at which I like the most at the museum. They are from Chuck Close. This is Agnes from 1998. Superhuman is how artist Agnes Martin described this portrait of her when she first encountered it at the exhibition in Taos, New Mexico. Then we have another piece of art from Chuck Close. It's called Lorna in 1995. And the next one, Cool James at 2002, sorry. And then we have the Chuck Close, Roy won in 1994. Close has admired the subject of this painting, pop artist Roy Lichtenstein, since his student days. In the 1963, he made the short trip from Yale University to Leo Castelli Gallery in New York to visit a Lichtenstein exhibition, where he also purchased a lithograph by the artist. Then this is a photo of a very interesting sculptor. And work of art. And then we're gonna have a very interesting sculptures from spiders from Louis Bourgeois. Characterized spiders as excellently clever, industrious, and fiercely protective, all qualities she admired in her mother and aspired to achieve in her own life. The creatures first appeared in her drawings from the 1940s and became a focus some 50 years later. And this will be all. I really like the visit to San Francisco MoMA Museum.